Welcome to Mythos AI, your source for Cliff's Notes on complex subjects. Join Anna and Phil for yet another engaging conversation.
Ever wonder what it's like really being there? At the forefront of a tech revolution, I mean. Today's deep dive, it's all about someone who didn't just witness the AI revolution. Uh, they helped lead it. Mira Murati.
And you know what's so interesting about Murati's story is that it's not just about algorithms, or lines of code. It's about the very human choices, right? The ones we all make when we come face to face with powerful new tech.
Absolutely. We're talking about the driving force, the brain, really behind some of the most, well, talked about AI we've ever seen. And we've got a lot to cover.
We do, from her early days, back in Albania, all the way to the boardrooms of Silicon Valley and even beyond that.
It's going to be good.
It is. We've got these excerpts from a really comprehensive profile someone put together. I don't know, maybe it was for like an interview or something. But it even goes into her new venture, after she left OpenAI.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Which should give us, plenty to dig into for sure.
Okay, so let's rewind a bit. It's picture this: 1988, Albania, and we've got a young Mira Murati, already captivated by technology.
It's fascinating, isn't it? I mean, most kids, they're just figuring out Legos, building castles and spaceships and things, and here she is trying to understand, how to make machines think.
Yeah.
Like how to mimic the human mind.
It's funny you say that. It reminds me of when I was a kid. I remember trying to program my old speak and spell, to write me poems.
How'd that go?
Total failure. But even still, you could see that spark in these little moments, right? That curiosity, that desire to push boundaries, even back then.
You're right, absolutely. And that drive takes her places, literally. Like she moves to Canada with her family, right? But that passion for knowledge, it never fades. It eventually takes her to Dartmouth.
Okay, Dartmouth, Ivy League. I'm guessing computer science.
Get this mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Not your typical computer science prodigy path.
Not at all. But here's the thing. This tells us right off the bat that she's someone who gets it. Like she understands how things work at a fundamental level. The building blocks, the mechanics of a system. That's huge. That's going to be a huge asset in her journey.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see. It's like she's got the blueprint for building, well, anything. Whether it's, a machine or, in her case, artificial intelligence.
Precisely. And what's really interesting is that after Dartmouth, she doesn't jump straight into the world of AI. No, she cuts her teeth, you could say, at Zodiac Aerospace.
Zodiac Aerospace. Okay, so we're talking what, like designing airplanes?
Designing for the aeronautics industry, yep.
Wow. That's a whole other level of engineering.
Exactly. And we're not just talking about technical skills here, right? We're talking precision, safety, understanding how all these complex systems interact under immense pressure. This is meticulous problem solving, anticipating challenges like before they even arise. And guess what? Those skills, they translate surprisingly well to the world of AI, especially when you're, dealing with tech that has the potential to reshape the entire world.
It's true. It's like, I don't know, the pressure of getting like a massive airplane to fly safely. It's got to be similar to the responsibility of developing AI responsibly. I mean, the stakes they're incredibly high.
That is a great parallel. And speaking of high stakes innovation, where do you think she goes next?
Give me a hint.
Think electric cars.
Tesla.
Bingo.
Tesla. Okay. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm curious. What's the connection to airplanes?
It's all connected. It's all about understanding complex systems,
right,
and then pushing the boundaries of what everyone thinks is possible. At Tesla, Murati, she joins the team that's developing the Model X.
Oh, the Model X, the one with those falcon wing doors.
Exactly.
Talk about pushing boundaries. I mean, that car, it was like something out of the future.
Right. And this is where she gets a taste for large-scale tech innovation. Working on a project that captures the public's imagination, that gets everyone talking. But even more important than that, I think this experience it's crucial because it's not just about the engineering, right? It's about bringing a complex product to the masses, something that will be, well, let's just say it's very important later on.
So she's not just building something in a lab. She's learning how to bring it to the world, how to make it, I don't know, impactful on a larger scale.
You got it.
Okay. I think I see where this is going. But this is where OpenAI enters the picture, right?
You got it. The year is 2018, and Mira Murati, she joins OpenAI. And this is where her story, I think, really kicks into high gear. And not just any role, right? I mean, she doesn't just join the team. She steps in as VP of Product and Partnerships. Can you believe that?
Wow. VP right out of the gate. I mean, that's impressive. That's not just about like being good with code. That's leadership, you know?
Exactly. It tells you, right? OpenAI, they saw something in her. This wasn't just about, filling a position. Remember, this is a company, they're on a mission, right? To create, get this, artificial general intelligence. We're talking about AI that can truly learn and reason like a human being. They
Right.
needed someone who could not only, wrap their head around that kind of technology, but could actually communicate it, build relationships, get people excited about the potential.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they needed someone to bridge the gap,
Uh-huh.
between like science fiction and actual reality, which let's be honest, that's kind of what OpenAI is all
Yeah.
about, right?
Precisely. And that's where Murati, she thrives, but here's where it gets even more interesting.
Yeah.
So she's VP, right? And then she quickly becomes CTO, Chief Technology Officer.
Hold on, CTO. How quickly are we talking here?
I mean, within a few years, suddenly she's at the helm, leading the development of these groundbreaking AI models, ones everyone is talking about.
Okay, we can't just like gloss over that. We're talking GPT-3, right? GPT-4. Those language models that can like, I don't know, write like Shakespeare 1 minute and then code a website the next. What was her role in all of that?
She was leading the charge. Can you imagine being in the trenches, like seeing these lines of code become something that could hold a conversation, write poetry, translate languages with incredible accuracy? I mean,
It's mind-blowing, really. I mean, it does feel like something out of, like a movie or something, but it's happening. It's happening right now, and she's right there, right in the middle of it all.
she is.
But knowing what we know now,
Right.
right, about her background, about her approach, I have a feeling that she wasn't just focused on the purely technical stuff,
You are right on the money. This is key, right? Because her leadership, it extends way beyond just the technical aspects. She understood right from the very beginning that this level of power, right? The power to create AI that could potentially, I mean, literally reshape the world. That comes with a tremendous amount of responsibility.
It's not just about what AI can do, it's about what it should do.
Right. Exactly. And she was pushing boundaries, yes, absolutely, but always with this awareness, right, of the potential consequences. It's like that old saying, with great power.
The great responsibility.
Right.
And in this case, we're not even talking about superpowers. We're talking about something, well, potentially even more powerful. So where does OpenAI go from there? They've got Murati, right? They're pushing the limits of what AI can be. What could possibly rock the boat?
Well, as we know, the tech world, it moves fast.
Right.
And
Yep.
things don't always go according to plan.
You're talking about 2023, the firing of Sam Altman, right?
Yeah.
The CEO of OpenAI. I mean, that must have been, I can't imagine, that must have been a wild time for that company, for everyone, but especially for Murati.
Absolutely. It was a major turning point. Suddenly she's in this incredibly difficult position, right? She briefly steps in, becomes acting CEO, trying to, steady the ship, reassure everyone, all while this massive internal debate is going on about the future of OpenAI, the future of AI itself.
Oh, wow. It's like being, I don't know, like caught in a riptide or something. You're just trying to like keep your head above water while these massive forces are pulling you in every direction.
That's a great way to put it.
So what happens? Does she take the reins? Does she like become the permanent CEO?
That's the thing. And it really speaks volumes about her, I think. She could have held on to that power, tried to steer OpenAI in her own direction, but that's not what she does.
So she walks away from all of it after pouring her heart and soul into this company. That's a tough decision.
It is. In early 2024, she leaves OpenAI to pursue, well, a new path, a path that's more aligned, with her own vision for ethical AI development.
Okay, so we've got a major plot twist here.
Right.
What does that even look like? What is this new vision, this new path that she has for AI?
And that's where things get really interesting because it all kind of circles back, right, to that early passion that we were talking about, that desire to use technology, not to replace us, but to enhance human capabilities, to work with us, not instead of us. So she launches her own venture, right? But this time it's laser focused. She's building AI tools, but these tools, they're specifically designed for human collaboration and for problem solving.
So not just AI that can like do amazing things on its own, but AI that helps us do amazing things together.
Exactly. Think of it as AI that empowers, AI that amplifies, our ability to solve these complex problems, to be more creative, to reach our full potential, really.
It's a really powerful idea, and I'm sure you're dying to tell me more about it, right? So
Yeah.
so let's dive into that, Murati's vision. What can you tell me about this new venture of hers? What's she building?
Well, she's being kind of secretive about the details, which, I mean, it makes sense. It's still early, right? But from what I've gathered, it's all about, like human-centered AI design. That's the core of it.
Okay, but hold on a second. I think we hear AI these days, right? And our brains, they go straight to ChatGPT, writing the next Hollywood blockbuster, whatever the latest viral thing is. So how is human-centered AI different?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And that's what's so interesting about what Murati's doing, right? Because her vision, it's not about, building AI that replaces us, that replaces human intelligence. It's about building AI that enhances it. You know what I mean? It's about actually understanding how we think, how humans naturally think, how we collaborate, how we solve problems, and then designing AI tools that actually help us get better at those things.
So it's less about like AI being the brains of the operation and more about it being this really powerful tool that we use that helps us use our brains, more effectively.
Exactly. Think about it this way. Imagine a team of doctors, right? They're trying to diagnose a patient, someone with like a really complex, like a really rare condition.
Okay.
They're poring over test results, right? They're reading all this medical literature, drawing on years of experience. Murati's vision is to create AI that can help them process all of that information, but do it more effectively, like identifying patterns that maybe they wouldn't see, or flagging these potential connections, right? Things that they might have missed. It's about augmenting them, right? It's about making them better doctors, better diagnosticians, not replacing them.
Right.
That's not the goal.
Yeah, no, it's a huge difference. But how do you even begin to build something like that? To build AI that doesn't just, crunch numbers, but actually like understand something as nuanced as human collaboration, as the human mind.
Yeah, it's a massive undertaking. I mean, there's no question. It's not just about computer science anymore, right? We're talking about cognitive psychology. We're talking about, behavioral economics, maybe even a bit of philosophy.
Wow.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of brain power. It makes you think about Murati's background,
Right.
all those different experiences that she had.
Yeah.
I mean, designing airplanes, leading AI development at a place like OpenAI.
Yeah.
It's almost like maybe it's not a coincidence, right? That she's the one who's kind of championing this more human-centered approach.
I think you're right. It's the perfect example, I think, of how our past experiences, even the ones that seem totally unrelated at first, can inform our approach to these new challenges, to these big questions. I mean, remember, this is someone who's always been fascinated by that interplay between machines and the human mind.
Right. And that kind of brings us back to the big question. Can her vision actually succeed? I mean, the AI world, I mean, you know this better than I do, but it's like the Wild West out there right now. You've got these big personalities, right? Even bigger money. And I don't know, it doesn't always feel like there's a lot of clear direction.
Yeah, it can feel that way sometimes. And look, it's a David and Goliath situation. Right? I mean, let's be honest. She's up against a lot. But here's the thing. I think people they're hungry for this kind of leadership. You know what I mean? They're starting to realize that the relentless pursuit of, just bigger and better and faster AI, it's not always the answer. And Murati, I think she represents a different path, one that actually puts human well-being and human collaboration at the center of it all.
And that's got to count for something, right?
Yeah.
It's a powerful message, especially in a field that can feel, I don't know about you, but it can feel so intimidating, so complex.
Absolutely. And ultimately, I think that might be her most important contribution. She's reminding us that the future of AI, it's not predetermined, right? It's something that we're actively creating, shaping with every choice that we make.
It's like she's saying, hey, we get to decide what this looks like. It doesn't have to be, like some dystopian sci-fi movie.
Exactly. And that I think that's what makes her story so captivating. It's a story about the power of human choice
Yeah,
ultimately,
right.
and about using technology to augment, to augment our best qualities, not to replace them.
And that is about as good a place to leave it as any. That's it for our deep dive on Mira Murati. What an incredible journey. As always, a big thank you to our expert for sharing their insights with us. And to all of you listening, keep those questions coming, keep exploring, and we'll see you on our next deep dive.
Thanks for listening to Mythos AI. Stay tuned for more concise insights. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe for future episodes.